Okay, we're getting ready here for 4 o'clock evening prayer with Franclara Abbey. Oh, hi, Mary. So nice to see you. Thank you so much. Should only be a few seconds and we'll be going live. I don't like to start much before 4 o'clock since that is the time I've told everybody that evening prayer is 4 o'clock Pacific. Well, greetings from Franclara Abbey, the United States branch of the Tejo Community for Interfaith Franciscans. I'm Sister Nancy, and I'm going to be doing Wednesday evening prayer with you this evening. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mark. Oh, so good to see you both. First of all, I've lit a candle for unity and peace, and I welcome you all too to light a candle if you have one for unity and peace and to join in. Hi, Sister Eleanor. With this, I especially want to pray for our Abbot Brother Sean, for our Abbot Sister Eleanor, for all the members of the Tejo community and their friends and their families and all of their loved ones. And keep them all in our hearts during this evening prayer. And my prayer also is that this practice of ours, of evening prayer together, benefit all beings everywhere. So we're going to start out with honoring of the directions. And I have this beautiful feather that I brought back from the Crohn's Council. And it was put together with this nice handle by a Sister Crone. And she makes beautiful drums and beautiful feather fans. And I was just so tickled to get one of her feathers that she had put together. Facing the direction of the east, the place of dawn and new beginnings, of spring, the place of air, the element of air, the home of the Eagle Nations. I honor you and I thank you for being. Facing the direction of the south, of noonday, of summer, of the element of fire, of innocence and trust, and also passion. Home of the Snake Nations and the Iguana people. I honor you and I thank you for being. Facing the direction of the west, evening and autumn, element of water, introspection, death and rebirth, home of the Bear Nations. I honor you and thank you for being. Facing the direction of the north, element of earth and crystal, the place of ancient wisdom, clarity, the home of our ancestors and of white buffalo calf woman, of night and of winter, I honor you and I thank you for being. Facing the direction of the above, dimensions and cosmoses, universes, galaxies, star nations, planet, grandfather sun and grandmother moon, father sky, cloud beings, thunder beings, rain beings. I honor you all and I thank you for being. Facing the direction of the below, Mother Earth and all the beings who live in the earth and on the earth, the stone people, the plant nations, the trees, the standing people, the insect nations, the scaled ones, you who live in her waters, you who live in her air. I honor you all, and I thank you for being. Seeing the direction of the within and the without, the circle whose center is everywhere, whose circumference is nowhere, the cauldron of all possibilities. I thank you for being in our hearts. Oh. I'm going to start out with a little song. This is from the honoring of White Buffalo Woman in the North. This is the direction we're going to be discussing today. It's called White Buffalo Woman is Calling. White Buffalo Woman is calling, 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 calling. White Buffalo Woman is calling, she is calling you. She's calling love, she's calling light, she's calling wisdom, she's calling you. White Buffalo Woman is calling, she is calling me. I will answer her. To start out with, again, we're going to be doing the North from the Dancing the Dream, Jamie Sam's book, The 7 Sacred Paths of Human Transformation. And I want to start out within the very beginning here, where she has a little statement by Berta Brokenbow. Berta says, human beings have 5 elements that stifle the spirit's ability to soar: unwavering seriousness, self-importance, lack of imagination, the mind's negative chatter, and fear. And also this poem by Jamie called Wisdom Path. Wisdom's fire flashes with scorching flames as the trials by fire test all that I claim. Coyote comes calling to see what I've learned. Can I play with wildfire, or will I get burned? Will I be threatened? Will I need to compete, allowing self-importance to cause wisdom's defeat? Can I share all my wisdom with the intent to inspire, allowing others the right to claim their spirit's fire? When Coyote comes calling, I'll be prepared as he arrives, finding balance through laughter amidst the snares that he contrives. Now, North, places of wisdom. I'm going to go, before I go into the teachings, I'm going to read again about the veils. Remember the 7 veils of illusion and delusion that we need to unravel, that needs to be unraveled before we can see clearly. And the 4th veil of illusion is on the 4th path to human transformation. She says we create the fourth veil when we develop our emotions. An infant is physically helpless, but is totally aware of his or her feelings. As we develop, we learn how to control or even deny our feelings. This veil, created by unexpressed feelings and emotions that have not been healed or released, masks our authentic will. No, excuse me. Yes. Only when this veil is lifted can we gain access to the divine will of the Creator, which exists as a unified part of our spiritual essence and our personal free will. Now I'm going to go now into the teachings that she has in this chapter on the North. And she says that this fourth path of human transformation offers us an opportunity to review all that we have learned and to learn how and when to share this wisdom with others. We find that individual experience takes us beyond conventional wisdom and education. Every time we go beyond our, for me, limitations, behaviorally, mentally, physically, or spiritually, those successes offer us abundant new life force. We are given new areas of consciousness when we have the courage and the willingness to explore these new levels. We learn that it is an invasion of sacred space of others to blurt out information or advice that was not solicited. And man, did I do that in the past. They had not asked for my advice. They did not care to know my advice, and it was not mine to give them. This we learn, fourth path. We see that we must face the death of who we think we are before we can go in and know that all is really within us. We become strong as we pass through personal pain and harrowing experiences. I used to think that the spiritual path, once I got through all this, got rid of all my defects and all of that then I was just going to be smooth sailing from there on out. Little did I know that it was going to be one continual learning about myself. We get the skills needed for the fourth path lessons. And the ones that we need and must have are endurance, authentic spiritual humility, and dedication to the spiritual path. We need to have gained a sense of humor also. Coyote teaches us that. And we have to move beyond taking things personally. And I've had so many different people say, Nancy, don't take it personally. They're not doing it to you, they're just doing it. And when I finally learned that, I was a much happier human being and much less resentments. There are enlightenment traps on the fourth path, and one of them is deciding to withhold needed information from those we're mentoring. in order to maintain our positions of being the one who knows. That is an enlightenment trap. And all we learn on this path must be integrated from here to the heart. It has to become integrated in the heart. We need to be aware that all are coming from a place, that all are not coming from a place of integrity. And we can't be blind to others' hidden agendas. Oh, I used to think, oh, everybody's trying to do the spiritual path. No, they're not. And that's called discernment. It's called discernment. It's not judging them, it's just being discerning. All that we are now putting into practice on this fourth path begins to pull us the threads from the veil of illusion, starts pulling these threads, and we start seeing things much more clearly. And we must feel and release all of our emotions that surface before we can be centered and be present. And we learn that our personal pain can become joy as we see the wisdom and the blessings that we gain on this fourth path. So now let's settle ourselves in. Take time to go within as we prepare for our 2-minute silent period. Now it is time for our private prayers. And I especially want to start out with praying for Sister Emir, who's, I hope that pronunciation is correct, who just recently lost her dear dog and now is in surgery for cancer. We want to pray for her, and that she soon be free from suffering, and that she soon be peaceful and happy and dwell in the deep ease of well-being. And yes, Sister Eleanor, we must pray for the people in Florida and the Carolinas and Georgia who are suffering from Hurricane Michael right now, and the flooding and the storm surges, and for all around the world who are suffering from climate disasters, be they typhoons, hurricanes, fires, floods, droughts, heat, all that's going on planet-wise. Pray that their suffering ends and they all get the help that they need, and that they dwell in the deep ease of well-being. Yes, Linda, I pray for all those who are suffering from depression, especially the one that you were asking us to pray for. All those who are suffering from depression at this time. I pray for the world's leaders, that they lead, that they do some good for the people. I pray that this happens. Now, as I close, I do want to tell you that this is going to be my last Wednesday evening prayer for a while. I don't know how long. I myself am having health problems, and I'm just not able to do it right now. I'm going to miss you all, and I hope to see you in evening prayer with Sister Eleanor and Sister Sandy, morning prayer. So, and I want to thank you all for having supported me so much. And I want to leave you with this poem. I think was William James said it. I'm not sure now. But 3 things in human life that are important. The first is to be kind. The second is to be kind. And the third is to be kind. And another one that I just loved is called remembering. And this is for all of us. Remember that you are water. Cry, cleanse, flow, let go. Remember that you are fire. Burn, tame, ignite, adapt. Remember that you are air. Observe, breathe, focus, decide. Remember that you are earth. Ground, give, build, heal. Remember that you are spirit. Connect, listen, know, be still. I'm going to end with this little short song. Our magic is our giveaway, our magic is our song. So give away your love today and sing the whole day long. Our magic is our giveaway, our magic is our song. So give away your love today and sing the whole day long. Namaste.